Do you hear me talking to you across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky? Oh my baby, I'm trying.
Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel your whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard. Lucky
I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.
They don't know how it takes
waiting for a love like this.
every
Every time we say goodbye, I wish we had a one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Oh, oh. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. So I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You'll hear the music, feel the air. I wore a flower in my hair.
Though the breezes through the trees move so pretty, you're all I see. As the world keeps spinning around, you hold me right here, right now.
Ooh, lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday.
Hey everyone, welcome to Conversations We Need to Have. We are back. My guests need no more introductions. The powerhouses themselves, Dan Spiffy Newman, Sherelle Clay, and Rachel James. How you guys doing tonight?
Hungry.
Oh, well, we'll have plenty of time for you to get something to eat. Listen, we have so much planned for tonight. We have the final five who are going to be coming on board. They're going to be giving their best performances tonight. Our judges are going to be giving their harshest critiques tonight. So we're excited. We're going to have special guests popping in and out while the guests go and make some deliberations about some things later on in the show. But I want to take a moment again, and we'll be pausing several times to talk about some things that are going on, not only with conversations we need to have, but with our judges as well. So we're going to pause and let them talk about some things that they have going on within their companies and within their networks. We'll start with who wants to go first.
I'll go.
Okay.
Rachel.
Okay, my company is Bridge Hooks and Stuff Entertainment, which is a contracting agency for background singers. Right now, we are wrapping up our workshop that we do annually called the Blended Training Virtual Experience, where we're basically just training BGVs, aspiring and professional, just giving out training, vocal training, different classes on preparation and professionalism and all the good things you need to know to maintain a good name as a BGV in the industry, and as well as delivering on stage. So it's all things vocals, all things BGVs. We're just wrapping that up actually. And we're on Sunday Best right now, virtually. We just finished the John Lewis tribute on CBS.
That was great, by the way.
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that one. And we got some other things in the work that we'll be announcing soon. So just stay plugged in.
Okay. Selco, Sherelle.
Yes, hi. Thank you so much. Yes, I am the owner and vocal coach of Selco Music Development. And what I do is help people to develop whatever it is vocally that they are trying to accomplish. So many times we have singers who maybe work in a genre, but they sing in another. And so when they start to want to venture out into new things, sometimes they get stuck in, I guess, a style, and they don't necessarily know how to change it up. Or, sometimes I hear this all the time, and it's crazy because, as a listener, I don't always listen to people to judge them. Like, I'm just listening to experience like everybody else. And so I'll listen to people and I'll love their voice, and then they'll book me and say, I hate my voice. I want to change it, and I'm thinking, okay. And then when they tell me what it is that they want, it's something completely different from what they have. So then I have to vocally help them and teach them. Make sure my phone is off. I'm sorry. Vocally teach them and coach them into that. So a lot of people call it like voice finding. I pretty much teach people how to use their body to sing, because sometimes people grow up just singing like in a choir and, or grow up singing alto their whole life. And maybe they feel like they don't have a head voice, or they don't have, there's so many different things people come looking, and they don't know how to make themselves do what it is in their head that they want to do. So that's what I'm here for. And starting August 17th, this is the big thing. If you're listening, listen up. Starting August 17th, I am going to be offering emotional freedom classes, because this is something that actually my clients pushed me into. This isn't something that I ever considered as a vocal coach, but it affects everybody. It affects everyone. It doesn't matter a lot of times if you have a great talent. If you don't feel good emotionally, your singing is affected. Or a lot of people, they, have a beautiful voice, but they have stage fright, or they lack confidence. And so they have these nervous tics and things that they do, and it causes them to sound off vocally, and they don't necessarily know how to do that. So I'm starting emotional freedom classes. I have classes on self-confidence. I have classes on, like stage fright, things you can do. There's so many things that, just emotionally affect us. Singing is not just vocal, it's mental. So when you know how to attack whatever it is emotionally and vocally, I just feel like there's so much more you can do. And there's some people who, and I'm going to go soon, there's some people who don't necessarily just want to, believe it or not, work. Sometimes people just want to sound better, for themselves. And I do that as well. Not everybody here is, trying to get that work. I do work with a lot of people that are trying to get work. You see a lot of them. But for the most part, it's just everybody wants to sing. So that's what I do. Hit me up.
Listen, y'all need to hire her right now. all of that was for free. So
yeah,
that was for free. So we have Mr. Dan. How's it going?
Well, first of all, Sherelle, do you have an introductory rate for people that are watching through the show, or perhaps came to introduce themselves to you through the competition? You running any specials currently? Any Groupons?
Right now, believe it or not, it's not bad at all. I do them in. I do my classes in like you have to pay for 4 up front, just because people a lot of times will get 1 and then they'll fall off, and I'm like, you're not really learning it. So 4 will give them basics on like whatever it is. The assessment's included. It's 4 for $85. I was running a special.
That's a steal.
That's a steal for other people, Rachel. That's nothing, right? And this is because there's so many people that feel like things like this is unattainable. It's not unattainable. It's not. You know, I'm not out here. And here's the thing: I give people way more than they bargained for. So it's a steal. Okay, when I'm invested in you, I'm invested in you. If you want it, here's the thing. I don't really, you know, if you're lazy, just don't waste the money.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Don't waste the money. I've pocketed so much money from lazy people that just, you know. So if you're lazy, don't do it. Because you're just going to pay me. But I'll take it. But I mean, you know, you're going to get back.
What do you have going on?
So I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on how great of a deal that is. From Sherelle, and she sidetracked me because when she started talking about lazy people, I was going to offer to, you know, if any singers from my church are watching, I was going to offer to buy them some sessions with Sherelle, but I think maybe after she made the comment, not calling anybody there lazy, but you have to really want it. So I don't, you know, we'll have that talk later. But if anybody from my church is watching, that's something we should talk about. So let's talk about me for just a second. And I feel like I can't really come after these two and all that they got going on because I'm not doing too much during this pandemic. But first of all, I'm still available for guitar and organ session work. That's probably how most of you know me. And that's, you know, still the case. But one of the things that's come out of the pandemic for me is I've went in a completely different direction, and me and drummer Michael Bland, who's best known for his work with Prince, that was him on the famous Diamonds and Pearls drum solo, we have a Facebook Live show, not dissimilar from Crucial Conversations we need to have. Every Tuesday night on Facebook Live, we talk music and social issues, and you know, we've had some really great guests. The show's called Musipolitics, hashtag Musipolitics. We've had everybody. We've had 2 Grammy winners so far, and you know, one day we'll have a 3rd with Rachel. She'll guest us. But we had Andre Simone from The Revolution, Dave Perner from Soul Asylum. We had a COVID-19 researcher from Oxford University. We had a civil rights lawyer from Seattle. We've had just some amazing guests, and we are privileged to talk to people about important stuff, and that's every Tuesday. And I've been promoting this competition on that page. Oh, he put the picture up. Thank you, Zach, for putting the picture up. So please, you know, come and join us on Tuesday. We just had my birthday episode, which is why all the birthday stuff is here. And I was very, very privileged that Prince's childhood bass and guitar teacher, who was also the man that taught him falsetto, it was also Terry Lewis's childhood bass teacher, stopped by that episode. His name is Sonny Thompson, if you want to look him up. He's one of the most amazing musicians in the world. And then lastly, I'm still, you know, still getting involved at my church. My church is still going. There was one other thing I was going to say, and now I forgot. But I remember what it was. So my biggest passion right now is mentoring young musicians. I love to do that. And it's kind of hard during the pandemic because a lot of that is in person. But if there's anybody that's watching that is interested in that sort of thing, reach out to me. That's one of my favorite things to do. For that matter, anybody that is, you know, been a part of the competition or been a frequent watcher of the competition, please hit me up on social media. My Facebook is full, but add me anyways. I'll make room for you someday. And like my music page, like my Musipolitics page, anybody has any questions or just want to chat, inbox me. I check my other folder just in case you end up there. I'm happy to connect with anybody through this thing. conversations we need to have that feels like I could be a benefit to them in some way.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Last question. Off the top of your head, name your favorite singer. Sherelle.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Okay.
She always speaks it.
Rachel, I'm going to guess and say Yolanda Adams.
Of course.
Yes. Dan?
I'm going to throw one out of left field that nobody's heard of. Her name is Margaret Cox. She's from Minneapolis. She had a one-hit single as part of a group called Tamara and the Scene. But continuing kind of the Prince stories from what I was telling you guys a few minutes ago, Prince used to go down and listen to her sing and just be floored. And she's that amazing. Like her execution is just flawless. I took my wife to see her once, and my wife is one of those singers that just doesn't really get impressed by anyone. And I took her there, and I'm like, you're going to see a bunch of, and it was a whole bunch of people from Prince's group, Michael and Sonny and all those guys. And she's like, she could have cared less. And by the end, she was fangirling out for Margie. Margie is that amazing. If you ever have the chance to hear Margaret Cox sing, I'll send some videos, but videos don't do her justice. And then just to throw in somebody that everybody's heard of, I love listening to John P. Key sing. I can listen to John P. Key sing all day.
Yeah.
So the rules for tonight for everyone watching, the winner will be chosen tonight. So it may be a lengthy night because I know our judges, they spend hours, and I want to commend them. They spend hours even after we're offline having discussions about things. So it's not an easy decision that they just make in a free moment. So we're going to keep the ball rolling until they make a decision. So even if that's till tomorrow morning, we're just gonna be partying all night long until they make a decision. Our singers will get $500 tonight. Whoever wins, they'll get free vocal lessons with Miss Sherelle Clay, and you've already heard what she can do. They will get free production of a single with the state-of-the-art production company, Blueprint Productions, who have worked with various artists, and they will get some consultation from Miss Rachel James herself on the vocal production for that. So we are excited about that. After this first break, we will have Miss Brandy Little coming up to give us her first song. The performers rather, have been chosen to sing two songs, one song of their choice and one song that the judges have picked for them. This first round of songs will be the songs that they have chosen. So we're going to go with Brandy Little as soon as we come back from this break.
Hey, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Do we want to say anything about what we're expecting from the contestants tonight?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I guess that's a no. That's a
no.
no.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Does anybody else, other judges, want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
Set us up.
What'd you say?
I said set us up.
Okay. So I can't speak for the other judges. What I'm looking for is versatility. We should be able to see, we're going to see two different things from you tonight. So I want to see that you can execute two different things well. And then beyond that is just the wild card of who has the star power. Who do we come away with like, okay, I still want to hear more of them. I've heard them 3 times and it's not enough.
Sherelle, what are you looking for?
I agree. All of those things, I'm definitely looking for that. At the end of the day, I'm looking for the best performance. The performance, look, with me, I like an experience. I'm not one of those people that necessarily care to be sang at, I like to be sang to, or I like to know that you've connected with the song in some kind of way. It kind of helps me to be more comfortable, to be honest. So I'm looking for someone who can just have control of the song that they're singing and sing it with confidence, sing it with clarity. I want them to obviously sound great at the same time, but confidence, clarity, and just, let us experience this song, these songs.
Miss Rachel?
I agree with both Dan and Sherelle. Definitely looking for confidence. At this point, I don't think we should keep telling you, your nerves are getting the best of you. At this point, I don't want to hear the nerves. I need a clean, clear cut performance. I need you to blow me away. You're getting production. You're getting a song. You're getting $500. Like, sing for your life, basically. Like, I don't want to be having to repeat myself and say the same thing that we said last week and the week before. Like, blow us away. No nerves. Okay, so drop it right now.
Can I add one other thing?
Go ahead.
This won't be like a top factor for me, but it will be a consideration as marketability. We're talking about getting a single produced. We're talking about having vocal coaching, which I would assume will go towards getting the single produced. So presumably you're not getting a single produced to just sit and listen to it in your car and nobody else gets to hear it. So with that goes the whole package of marketability. Are you somebody that people are going to want to hear? Some of that has to do with your presence. Some of that has to do with, I don't want to say appearance, but just how you perform and how you put yourself together. And then part of it is just your sound. Is it something that people want to hear? So again, that won't necessarily, at least for me, I can't speak for the other judges. That won't be the deciding factor, but it will be a factor.
I totally agree.
You can't speak for me, bro. I mean, like, yeah, that.
And I'm going to go a little further and say the appearance does make it, like how you present yourself to us tonight makes a difference for me, I'm going to say. So at this point, you knew you were in a competition 3 weeks ago. I don't need to see you in your car. If you show up in your car, I'm going to laugh.
That's that on that. I mean, let's go.
Everybody's rushing to change clothes now.
I know. So, again, our singers have no time limit, correct, judges? No time limit. So you have we'll give them up to 5, 6, 7 minutes to do whatever you can't do in 7 minutes, then it just won't be done in Jesus' name.
Right.
So you have up to 7 minutes to do whatever you want to do vocally, creatively. The rules are they can have a full band, background singers, tracks, instrumentals, whatever, as long as they're singing live on top of that. That goes along with the presentation that Dan and all of our other judges were talking about. So I know it's risky with the volume thing and all of that, but we'll see how it turns out. So I didn't hear you.
I said we know how to filter through. So if you want to do all that, then oh gosh, you better bring it in.
So after this break, we'll have our first singer up. Okay, we have Miss Brandy Little.
Hi.
Hey, Brandy, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. You didn't run and jump out of your car and get in your closet, did you?
Well, I wasn't. But this is about as good as it's gonna get today. So, why did you have to tell everybody it was a closet? They could have thought it was,
Oh, I didn't know it was a closet.
Yeah, you just told them. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was just guessing. He didn't know.
I was just guessing.
He did a good guess. I guess I could have played it off and been like, no, my closet. Happy birthday, Dan.
This is my professional vocal booth. It just looks like a closet.
Right. We all have to start somewhere. Yes.
Okay.
So, birthday gifts will get you further in the competition. I'll just let you know. Cash App D Strippy.
Birthday. Does that count?
No, it's got to be money.
Oh, well.
So, what are you singing for us?
I'm gonna sing Georgia Smith, On My Mind.
Okay. We're ready.
You ready? Okay. Don't wanna feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't wanna feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't wanna feel you, don't want you on my mind. Why on earth would I leave if you were everything I wanted you to be? When I saw what you did, who you was with, got me questioning the things that I believe. So I asked myself, do I let you go, or do I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my misery. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. Hey. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. Hey. And I don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind. You again? Why'd you call? I don't need to hear you calling out my name. Unlike before, when you and I lay eye to eye. Now it's time for you to taste the bitter end. So I ask myself, do I let you go, or do I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my misery. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. Hey, I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. Hey, and I don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind.
Okay. Judges?
I'll go. Brandy, I actually love that song you chose. You have a vibe. Like it's something about your voice that draws me in. You had, of course, a few pitch issues and note choices were a little questionable, but I was just like still like, okay, she got a vibe, so like I would probably listen to her again. So yeah.
Thank you.
I agree with Rachel. Looking at you sing, it makes me wonder, but I don't know.
It's mysterious.
Yeah, that's what's your story, Brand? Can you give us you can give us a little bit of, because you have this beautiful just aura, but man, you sing like you sing like
I've been through a lot of stuff. I tell people all the time that, well, I just recently started telling people that when I was 6 weeks old, my biological mother left me in a box, right? And not because she didn't love me, but because of whatever reason. And I realized recently last week that I need to start telling my story there. I usually stop and start what just happened recently the past year, but that's where my life started. And a lot of the things that I went through has allowed me to be the person that I am. So I was just telling my friend a little while ago before the live started that I'm probably one of the most optimistic and positive people ever because I have been through so much. And the only thing that saved me was my positivity, was my belief that God has brought me this far. If God got me out of that box, he's not going to leave me with anything else. So that just kind of sums up a little bit of my story, kind of what I've gone through, and maybe why I seem mysterious. Because a lot of people have a hard time of expressing the things that they've gone through, but that's my superpower. There's nothing you can tell me about myself that I haven't already shared with someone. And I believe that that's the power of us going through things, is to be able to tell the next person, like, hey, you gonna make it, because I did. So, and we're no different, because we, not to mess with anybody's religious beliefs, but we all came from the same creator. You know what I mean? So he sees the best in all of us. And that's it, because I'll keep talking. So
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely it made me want to hear more of you. You have something about you, inside your inside beauty. You have an outer beauty as well. Yeah, Rachel did mention there was some pictures. It was in the finally getting that up a little bit more. So when I is more of like a I open up that a little bit more, it came out, but other than that, it was just the fine that really kind of stuck out with me. But the performance, it still made me want to hear it. So hey, man.
I agree with everything that the judges have said up until now. First of all, I'm just looking at my notes here. I have presentation plus, because you clearly put on a presentation, but you didn't try to do too much. I think the outfit and the makeup and just, using a track, but not trying to go overboard and do more than the equipment or time allows for. I think you made some really smart choices in terms of how to present yourself. I think the song choice was perfect. It showcased you very well as a singer. My biggest criticism is the same that we've heard from the other judges, which is that there were some pitch issues. I have my note says pitchy at big part. So
finally,
I think that regardless of whether or not you end up going further in this competition, I think you could benefit from the kind of training that's being offered from Sherelle in this case. And I think that you should definitely make it a point to sign up either with her or somebody else. Obviously, I'm going to be a commercial for her. Where is she? She's right there. I think if you did end up winning the competition and made good use of that training, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, okay, she was, but I think that is an area that you have to do some work in. But you have the vibe, like they said. It's something about artists, about people that are more than just singers, that they have a vibe. And it's why Mary J. Blige is able to be so successful, and she's not a great singer, because she's got a vibe. And you've got a vibe, and you have some of that star quality that makes people want to watch and listen. And so depending on what you want to do as a singer, keep perfecting your voice, and you'll go as far as you want to go.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. And I'm happy you guys took the time to ask her story, because we want to take time to get to know the people who've been through this journey with us. So we're going to actually try and keep that going with the other artists who's coming on. Second, we have Miss Kenzie Mallory.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
So tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
All right. So initially, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born there, but I'm a small town girl. Moved to a really rural small town, so I pretty much grew up in the country. And yeah, I grew up with mom and dad, and for the most part, very influenced by music and church and everything. So yeah, I'm just a small town girl.
Okay. Judges, any questions for her before she sings? Okay. So what
you sing in church right now?
Say that again.
Are you influenced when you said you were influenced by the church? Do you sing in church, or are you just heavily influenced by spiritual music? Or what's that?
I have sung in church. I've led worship and things like that, but I'm just more so influenced by worship. Like that's just what gets me through, but I love to sing in general. I play around. I've done musicals and things like that. I'm a thespian, so yeah.
That was a great answer. That was a really great answer.
Can I just take out time to be a commercial break and then just say, as a church leader, if you are a singer or a musician who believes in God and you're not active in your local church, once it's safe, once the pandemic allows, please get involved in your local church. This is for everyone. Your local church needs you, and it's good for you. It's a chance to sing or play or to exercise and use your gift on a weekly basis and help the community at the same time. I can't believe how many good singers I know that sing gospel and believe in God that are at home on Sunday mornings. We need you. So I'm not talking to you specifically, Kinsey, just in general. And I know that there's a lot of issues being involved in church. There's a lot of drama and a lot of cases where it's problematic. And sometimes you're dealing with people that you shouldn't have to deal with. Believe me, I deal with those headaches every week, and I've dealt with worse ones. But at the end of the day, you are needed. And if you have a gift, you are needed. And God doesn't give people a gift for them not to use it. So just a little soapbox there.
And it's training ground. It's a training ground. Like, use that as your training ground to leap. Like, okay, if you're trying to get established and get out there, then Sunday morning is your rehearsal.
That's the singers and musicians.
Presence. I learned a lot of stage presence leading worship. That's a fact. I mean, like, that's when you know if people want to hear you again, you know?
And that's for singers and musicians as well, because in the Pentecostal church, apostolic church, you're on the organ, you don't have a set that people are going to come out with. But we're getting off track. Kenzie, what are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing My Mind by Yeba Addison.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I'm just getting it together. I heard you coming at 3:15. You shut the door and lay down next to me. Then I heard you say her name in your sleep. Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep. I about to lose my about to lose my mind, about to lose my mind. Think about you all the time. Ooh. You can't even look me dead in the eye. Her love is strong, she's got you hypnotized. You say you love me, but I know it's a lie. When I work so hard to keep you satisfied, about to lose my about to lose my mind, my mind, about to lose my mind, my mind. Think about you all the time. Yeah. Think about you all the time.
Judges?
Who wants to go first?
Me, let me go. Thank you, Kenzie. That was scrumdiddlyumptious. That gave me so many feels. Listen, oh, the tension you built up in that song of emotion. That's the stuff that's what I pay money for, right? I pay money for stuff like that. If you can sing it like you mean it. Like you sang that song, I believe every word you said. I was like this the whole time. The whole time. I want to hear more. I ain't want you to stop. I'm gonna stop saying. Beautiful.
Dan?
So over the course of this competition, we've had, it hasn't been an easy decision in terms of who has made it through the next round. And there's been some people that we wanted to go through that couldn't, and vice versa. And I'm so glad that you made it through to the end. I definitely think we made the right call because I'm going back over my notes from the past two things, and you've given us something different every time. You've given us a different vibe every time. You've given us a different look every time, and you have improved every time. And that really shows a lot of capability as an artist. When you started the song, I was like, wow, that's a risky way to start. If she doesn't nail that opening, I don't know if I'm going to pay attention to the rest of it. And you nailed the opening. And I mean, it was a little I don't know what you'd call it. It's kind of like a run that you did before the song started. Go ahead, Sherelle. You're going to say something?
Oh, yes. I was going to say both of those things that you just said. I meant to say that. I'm sorry. I got stuck in the fact that I was emotional when you were singing. But absolutely, yes. The two things. Number one, when you came on, you were kind of far back. So I saw how beautiful you were. Beautiful you were. But when you came close, I was like, oh, she fine. She's beautiful, okay? I got a piece of the curls. I was like, oh! And then you did this risky run. I don't know if this is the same thing Dan is talking about. When you came in strong, and I was like, wait a minute, because you came in like that. I didn't know if you was gonna, or if it was gonna, where it was gonna go. But yeah, you held my attention, and you did this. I don't know what you did, but you did it the first time, and I was wondering if that was an anomaly or a mistake, and then you kept doing it the whole time, and I was like, she meant to do that. I'm sorry, keep it going. Yes.
No, I mean that if I were to look for a criticism, because I always try to find a compliment and a criticism to give everybody. If I were to look for a criticism, and I think the other judges will probably beat me up for this, I think that song wasn't for everybody. I don't think every listener would appreciate that song, which is, again, a risky choice at the end of a competition, but you executed it perfectly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kenzie.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, sir. I'm not going to hold you long. But first and foremost, giving honor to God who is the head of my life. Okay. You have set the bar for tonight. Let me say that. You came in and set this bar high. This is what I was referring to at the beginning. I needed people to blow me away, and you just did that. First of all, this Kenzie is totally different from last week. Now, last week Kenzie's was dope. This week Kenzie is dope. Like, this is, I love this. I'll eat it all up. I love it. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up we have Miss Lauren.
Hello.
Lauren, how are you?
Hey, everybody.
So tell us a little bit about you. You're from Michigan, right?
Yeah, I am from Michigan. I'm near Detroit, a little bit out of Detroit, but I'm a Michigan girl. We love up north here. We do things like, kayaking and canoeing and going through the woods, and that's fun to us.
Yeah, you're in the singing mecca of the country almost. The Clark sisters, Fred Hammond.
A lot of good.
Like, yeah. So, what are you singing for us?
Well, okay, Dan, I got something totally different again. And Sherelle, I got to tell you, your feedback last week, I couldn't get Disney off my mind. And when I was a little girl, honest to God, my dream was to grow up and be a Disney voice. And it just wasn't a path that I was able to find. But I decided to do a Disney song tonight. It will show my softer side, as I know you all wanted me to not just go for the powerhouse last week. And I think it'll be a diverse display of another side of me. So.
Okay.
It's from Pocahontas. It's going to be Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. So I'm just going to go get my starting note at the piano, and I'll be right here. You think I'm an ignorant savage, and you've been so many places. I guess it must be so, but still I cannot see if the savage one is me. How can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. Ooh, ooh. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? Or ask the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Ooh, ooh. Come run the hidden pine trails of the forest, and come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Come roll in all the riches all around you, and for once, never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends. other in a circle, in a hoop that never ends. How high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. And whether we are white or copper skin, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. We need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Ooh,
Okay. Judges, we'll start with Dan this time.
Really? Well, I can make it real quick. The thing that I liked most is that you showed your versatility. We've now seen 3 completely different things from you in 3 weeks that I would not, if I heard any of those with like a blindfold or whatever, I would not even think they were the same singer. The criticism that I have is that I felt like today's performance by itself wouldn't want to make me hear more. When I listen to everything in totality, and oh my God, she can do this thing and she can do that thing and she can do the third thing, I'm like, I definitely want more of that singer. But there was nothing specifically about today that had the magic. And I don't know what criticism to give you in terms of like, here's how to put the magic in that. I think maybe I just like you better when you stretch a little bit, because like you said, this is something you've wanted your whole life, so it kind of comes naturally to you. And the other things are a little bit newer. I mean, they're maybe not new. You've obviously been singing in church a long time too, and you gave us that last week. But this just, even though you showed us a lot of vocal range, it kind of seemed safe. And so, like I said, just it was good, but by itself, it didn't have the magic for me. And that's really all I can say.
You definitely, Kenzie, you definitely nailed it. Like if I were to take this song that you sung and put it on the soundtrack, it wouldn't, you know how like you go to a karaoke song on YouTube and it's like way off. You're just like, who do they get, to record this? Who's the band, right? With you, no. It sounds very much like this is your home of people. And I think because of that, it was just nice to listen to. Like, it wasn't anything, I can't say it was really spectacular. It was really, really nice. But I think you just kind of reminded me of it, of the song. And I think maybe I'm seeing what Dan is saying here. It didn't do you an injustice.
Right.
It just sounds
so
like you sound familiar. You sound like you belonged in Disney.
So my wife is watching this week and she's all up in the comments. The glossary is her. And she texted me during your performance and said, I don't remember what she said, but I replied back and said, oh, you should have heard her sing in Vogue. Like it was good, but I just, what Sherelle said.
Good though.
Yeah, right. No, there wasn't a bad note in the thing.
You did, and let me just say this to add on to what you did. You brought the color. You brought the softer side. I will say that vocally, you have a very forward placement, which is probably kind of what is reminiscent of a Disney princess, I think, too. That mask, forward placement. I don't think you could ever go hoarse. It doesn't sound like you'll ever crack because you're so nicely placed and forward that you can dance around in this beautiful princess way, and you're beautiful. You look like a Disney princess and you sound like a Disney princess. I'm not mad at it, okay?
Thanks.
Rachel?
Yeah, I agree with Sherelle and Dan. I was just sitting here listening, and to me, it just sounded very typical of you. It's like, you were capable of nailing this and you did it, but it's like, what else now? Because I think I'm looking forward to the second song, because we all know you could nail this Disney song. I was looking for something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. We'll see you in a few.
Okay.
Next up, we have Miss Rosa. I think she's coming on. How are you? Can you hear us? I don't think we can hear you. We can't hear you. Seems like we're having some technical difficulties. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna go and okay, let's try and take a break, and we'll come back to see if she's resolved that issue. Dan, this one is for you. Hey, Rosa, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Is my picture not showing? Or?
Yes, we see you. We see you.
Oh, okay.
How are you?
I'm sorry?
I said, how are you?
I'm doing good. Trying to get myself together here. A little nervous, but.
Okay. I know we had some technical difficulties early, so we're trying to get everybody back settled.
Relax, Rosa. We don't want to hear no nerves.
Okay.
I know that's the truth.
So what are you singing for us?
I'm gonna take some advice I got last week, and I'm gonna attempt Jesus' Will.
Okay.
Yes.
Judges, any questions? Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Opens doors that I cannot see. Jesus will. Jesus will. Oh, will make God my decisions for me. Jesus will. Oh, Jesus will.
song in the night season. And all the day long. And who makes me do right? That I would know. Hey, I know you. Say, oh yeah. I know he will be what he said. Oh yeah. I know he will. I know he said he will. He said he will. He'll fight my battle. Fight my battle. If I keep singing. If I keep singing. If I keep singing. Hey, I know he will. He will.
Sherelle.
Well, I mean, she stopped and I was still going, so I didn't want it to stop. I mean, I didn't necessarily. I was. It's a weird thing because here's the thing: I didn't want it to end because I kind of wanted a little bit more. But what I heard was really good. You let the song breathe in the beginning, which I really appreciate as far as thinking of the performance-wise side of it. I appreciate you letting the song breathe in the beginning. Most people kind of come right in, especially when they have the ability to do the things that you can do. Sometimes they'll come in and like rush the system and, like give us a minute to believe the song first and then you can whatever. So I appreciate the fact that you did that. And then once you did that, then you went in and you gave us all of those things. So, I mean, I guess I can't ask for more. I guess maybe I was being a little greedy. I appreciated the song choice. There you go.
Dan?
So apparently my wife is coming for me in the comments because I was the one that last week suggested I wanted to hear you sing that song, and my wife just commented this song didn't do much for her. So thank you, Nia, for putting that on me. My favorite thing about it was also my least favorite thing about it, which is that if anybody's been watching the competition up until this point, they know that this is not what you normally do. But if they had just watched from this thing, they would think this is your jam. They would think this is what you do. They would think this is your thing to sing because you executed it perfectly. I might have liked it better than the record, and Anita Wilson can blow. But because I mean your choices were perfect. You didn't do too much. I agree with Sherelle that if you had kept going, you could have done more with it. But yeah, I mean, it's a testament to what you're capable of that you did something that is not who you are as an artist and executed it so perfectly. And like I said, the only thing is that I wish I could have seen a little bit more of who you are as an artist, because we know what you're capable of there too. But yeah, I can't be mad at the execution of it. It was I enjoyed it. Like Sherelle, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Rachel?
Rose, let me tell you, you killed that. Let me tell you why. Because you listened to Dan. He wanted to hear that last week. I'm just going to keep harping on this. He wanted to hear last week. You didn't know it. You came and you sang it like you've been singing it for years. like Sherelle, I wanted to hear more. Because I mean, if we would have heard you longer, ain't no telling what you would have done. So I give you kudos for that. I really, and then like your whole look. You're giving us a vibe. You're giving us a shoulder. I'm like, hey, shoulder. Hey, peekaboo.
Hey.
Like, you bringing it. This is what we want to see. I'm looking forward to hearing you again.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll see you in a few, Rosa.
Alrighty.
Next up, we have Mr. Elijah Bell.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Going well. How about y'all?
Pretty good.
Hey,
pretty
shirt.
Good. Hey,
Hey.
He came in and fly. I said, "Oh, okay." Somebody, do I see a stylist?
Is there a heart in the house tonight?
I'm trying to see, is that leopard print or?
Yes, it's of that type. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was on fire.
Do you know who? Do you know? Never mind. I'm about to get
Nope.
in trouble. Let me stop. What are you singing for us?
I'll be singing "Beautiful" by Tank.
Oh, okay. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I think I'm about ready.
Okay.
Something like a flower when it first blooms, like the sunset over the ocean in the month of June, like the scene of a city lights from a mountain view, like going 50 years strong. I'm still in love with you. When I look around at all the things God has done, He's made a lot of wonders, but you're the best one. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You're the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And you're all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, this beautiful thing, beautiful thing, beautiful thing, like the stars in the sky, flirting with the moon, like a soldier who gave his all and coming home soon, like a baby's first breath in a brand new world, like the way He decides to give us a boy or girl. When I look around at all the things God has done, He's made a lot of wonders, but you're the best one. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And you're all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, this beautiful thing. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. I'm standing here in tears 'cause I'm so sure this is the moment I've been waiting for. Took a look into your eyes and said my vow, yeah. Now it's up to you, I'll just say I do. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And you're all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine. Oh mine, this beautiful thing, beautiful thing. You're the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And you're all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, all mine, this beautiful thing. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing.
We'll start with Dan.
You started with me last time. Start with somebody else this time.
We'll start with Rachel.
Yes,
Elijah
ma'am.
Bell. Okay, first off, your shirt.
I think he was singing to his shirt, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what it was. No. Okay, you have an amazing voice. I think you know that.
Okay.
I think this song selection was a little too safe for you. You pick a Tank song because we know Tank is a killer. Like, he's a beast. So you know you could do this song justice. I'm just kind of like, okay, what else, Elijah? We know you can sing. Stretch yourself.
Okay.
Like, you kind of remind me of, I'm not going to compare you. I just wish you would have dug a little deeper with the song selection and gave us a little versatility. Because, I mean, with somebody with your voice, like as amazing as it is, I already knew when you said Tank, I was like, oh, he finna kill it. That's just what it is. He gonna kill it. And you did that. But I need you to take me out this box. I'm in the box with you. Push me out.
Gotcha.
Sherelle?
This song, it's funny with you because your voice is so amazing. So it's kind of hard to give critiques to someone who has such a nice voice, because sometimes it's not about the voice. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
In this case, I feel like it wasn't about your voice. The critique wouldn't be a voice critique because, I mean, you can sing. Maybe at the end, I felt like you got caught in your throat. There was a spot you were trying to, and you got over it. But I felt it, and I don't know if it was you trying to go to like a really passionate place and then it got stuck there. But I mean, like, that's me being super picky, and I don't even know if that's true or not because I don't know exactly what your approach was for that. So that's just me. That's speculation. But again, my critique isn't really a vocal critique. It's more, I just kind of felt like you sing a song that you knew, but you like another song better. I don't know how to say it. I just feel like, you know, like after maybe the fourth time of me hearing "You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen," like I kind of wanted to hear another song. And it wasn't because you didn't sound good. It just, I didn't feel the experience of that song. Whatever. And I've never really listened to that song like that. It's not that I don't like the song. It's just, I imagine a song like that being one of them songs that someone sings on like a wedding day, and you know, and they just really like, "You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." I didn't really see that kind of passion. I kind of saw like singer's passion. I want to make sure I do this right. And I don't necessarily want to hear that. You know, I don't want to feel like he's trying to do this right. I want to feel like this is a song that meant something to him back in the day that he sung to his bae, or, you know, whatever the case is. But that's just my thing. Not a critique, kind of. You sound great. I mean, that's a fact, Jack. Okay, I can't take that from you. You did the song well. That's what I got.
Dan?
So I'm going to slightly disagree with Rachel and then agree with Rachel and Sherelle. The slightly disagree is she said that you didn't show versatility. And in one way, I feel like you did, because you did something stylistically that's very different from the past two songs that you did. And I appreciated that you chose to go a different direction with that. But other than that, so I agree with Rachel and Sherelle. Like, everybody at this point in the competition can sing. Like, some are stronger singers than other, but in order to make it to the final 5, you can sing. And I think it's really interesting that in this first round, and maybe, I don't know if I'm breaking the rules, so Zach might fire me for saying this. I kind of feel like in this first round, the people that have been giving the strongest performances haven't necessarily been the strongest vocalists. Like, the people that are the better singers so far, as of today, you know, are not engaging me as much. And that's kind of how I felt. Like, I really wanted to like it because you killed it, but I didn't feel engaged. And I don't know if it's the song choice or what, but I really feel like the decision is going to be made in terms of, you know, who wins essentially in the second round. Like, y'all are going to have to really bring it in the second round, because I want to love the performance as much as I love the vocal choices.
Let me just say this, Spiffy. You kind of hit something on the head. And it's funny you say that, because I don't know if you realize just how profound of a thing that was that you said. And it's actually a curse. I call it singer's curse. And that is where singers who tend to sing really, really, really good over perfect the song, and then they have a tendency, because they have, I'm not saying that you did that, Jay, but I'm saying singers who are really, really good have a tendency to perfect the song, which, I mean, we're not mad at that, right? You want to make sure that it sounds good, but because they're so focused on the things that they're doing, I think they forget to focus on what they're singing and how that would possibly make them feel. Whereas singers who may not be as vocally talented are known for singing with passion and emotion, and they love to sing. And so people who are listening to that, most people who are listening to artists, most of them aren't singers like that. They're people who enjoy the music and who come to feel a certain way. This song, I listened to this song when my boyfriend broke up with me, and it just helped me get through. You know, that's the kind of people that listen to me. It's all kind of people. And so it's not just people like judges who are musically inclined thinking. A lot of the time it's, you know, the people who want to hear these songs and want to be engaged and want to be able to sing along. And so sometimes you have to kind of let go a little bit and allow yourself, when you're singing, to listen to the words of the song and how you and make yourself connect that way, because vulnerability comes through so much more, and it's a performance that people will remember, and you're not as likely to like judge every nook and cranny of a performance when there's passion there. So.
Can I just piggyback on that a little bit? It's the perfect example of why, and I'll use a gospel example. Mary sells more records than Kim Burrell. Kim Burrell's a better singer, but the average music listener doesn't know or care. The average music listener wants a certain vibe, and they get that. You know, it's why Beyonce sells more records than Brandy, you know, and I love both of them. I'm not saying Beyonce's not a good singer. I happen to think that she is, but I think everybody would agree that Brandy's a better singer. But it's about, you know, and then the other side of it too, just speaking as a musician, and this is kind of a commercial break, kind of a tangent we're just going off on here. So in the studio, a lot of times doing tracks, like let's say I'm doing a guitar track, a lot of times I'll try to go over and redo it until it's perfect. But if I'm working with a producer or an artist, most of the time they'll say, no, stop, give me the first one. Because even though that first one wasn't perfect, they want the energy and the rawness from that first take, even though it's not perfect. Leave the mistakes in, because it makes it more relatable. There's a famous organ solo on Prince's, am I allowed to curse on the show, Zach?
By all means.
Prince's Sexy Motherfucker. The organ solo in that song, that was the first take that Tommy Barbarella did, and he hates that organ solo, but Prince would not let him recut it because he wanted the energy of the first take. And that's one of the most iconic solos, keyboard solos, at least in any Prince song, and you know, most iconic organ solos ever, probably. So it's just, again, this isn't specifically a critique for Elijah. This is just kind of a greater, you know, tangent that we're going off on, sometimes your listening audience appreciates the rawness more than the polish.
I totally agree. I think I honestly was probably waiting for you to mess up so I can hear the nook and the crannies and the like your mess ups and how you recover from that. I like stuff like that. Like,
just wait to part 2. You'll hear it. I promise you.
There you go. That's good.
You just wait. I'm gonna show you.
oh my God, that's fun. But let's go.
Hey.
He's like, okay, you said that.
Right. Hey, Rachel, didn't you have something for him?
She went first.
No, I'm talking about the other thing.
Oh, yeah, you. I thought we were waiting.
Zach said to say it now, so he has a minute or two to prepare.
Okay. So you mentioned last week that you wanted to get into jingles.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to get a jingle together.
Ooh. For tonight?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
When you come back. Have one when you come back.
Yeah.
Right now? Like,
Yeah.
When you come
When
back.
you come back for the second round.
oh my God. All right.
Okay.
That's what you want to do, right?
Yeah, it was just so abrupt, that, but okay.
We'll see you in a few.
All right.
All right, guys, we're going to take a performance break. I have a special guest who's going to jump on. That way our judges can get a break, go and get something to eat, come back, and we can resume. But I have my friend all the way from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mr. Robert Hawkins. He's going to come on. We're going to listen. We're going to have church music. We're going to have some jazz. We're going to have some hip hop. We're going to have some praise and worship. So for all the people who are saved and, when you start on the fence, this is probably the best platform for you. So we're going to start off with my man, Robert Hawkins from Grand Rapids, Michigan. So tune in.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Robert Hawkins here, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Huge shout out to Conversations We Need to Have and to the host, the one and only, my homie, Zach Williams. Enjoy y'all a part of Worship in the Warehouse. In the meantime, I got to make sure my band ready.
Y'all ready? Happy? Y'all ready? Up. That means we ready. Hey, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Everybody clap your hey, your haters if you're happy tonight. I need to hear y'all say, come on, come on. Come on. Everybody say. You're happy. Woo. Listen, so let me see you clap your hands, everybody. Let me see you. If you're happy, it sounds good. And you know, sing it one more time. Everybody say, if you're happy and you know it. Come on, so let me see you clap your hands, everybody.
Greetings from all of us at the Urban CEO. We are a grassroots organization with a vision to see community transformation. At the Urban CEO, we see you. We serve, empower, equip, and unify individuals in a way to positively impact their lives. Find out more information about the Urban CEO at www.theurbanceo.org and find us on social media platforms, The Urban CEO Inc. We see you.
Okay, guys, we are back for round 2. This is where it gets real. Next up, we have Brandy Little for her second round. Is she on? I guess we're waiting for her. Guess we're waiting for Brandy. I don't know if she's watching or can hear us, but we're waiting for her.
While we're waiting, Zach, let me just commend you for creating this platform for singers to come on and get a shot. I mean, $500 and a song with production, like that's pretty dope. So kudos to you.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. And I tell people all the time, I don't name drop often. But when I do,
please stop it.
It's Rachel James. Yes. So I don't know. We can talk about our. Never mind. We'll never mind.
I was going to say, while we're waiting, I just wanted to say I really enjoyed that performance we had there in the commercial break. I love the presentation of it. That was dope to me. So
yeah, Robert is a beast. Like he's a beast. He's as a matter of fact, he's on a virtual tour right now. So look him up. Robert Hawkins Entertainment on Facebook. He's on a virtual tour. Like check him out. He is dope. I don't know who the soprano is that sing with him, but I would definitely get you all to go and listen to her. So Brandon, I see Brandy's ready. Hey, how are you?
My bad, guys. I'm good.
Okay.
I felt like I was late for class. I'm like, me? They looking for me? So
figured you were doing costume change.
Listen. Somebody said I kept it simple, so I kept it simple. I see y'all like that. So I want to say thank you guys, whoever picked this song for me, because I would have never, ever, ever tried to sing it. And I'm so in love with it now. So this is Cruising by, or is it Cruising or Cruise? Cruising by D'Angelo.
I was going to try to
Smokey Robinson.
I was going to try to remember to ask everyone, and you just kind of halfway answered it. But I wanted to ask everyone before they start, do you know why we picked this song for you?
No, I don't know why.
Well, you kind of halfway answered it. What were you saying before I interrupted you so rudely?
It's okay. Because it's something that I've never done or that I don't normally sing.
And what happened when you listened to it? And
well, I fell in love with the song. I fell in love with my voice and the things that I'm able to do with my voice that I didn't realize I was able to do with my voice. So, yeah.
And we know it's Smokey Robinson, but we like the D'Angelo version, at least for this.
I do too. Listen, I do too. So I want to say thank you guys for that.
Okay.
And I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Baby, let's cruise away from here. Don't be confused, baby. The way is clear. And if you want it, you've got it forever. This is not a one-night stand, no. Let the music take your mind and Just releasing, you will find you're gonna fly away. Plan to go my way. I love it when we're cruising together. Yeah, music was made for love. Cruising was made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Yeah, baby, tonight is just for us. Everything is right. Do what you must. And inch by inch we get closer and closer to every little part of us touch. Yeah. Oh, baby, ooh, yeah. Let the music take your mind. Well, and just releasing, you will find you're gonna fly away. Plan to go my way. I love it when we're cruising together. Yeah, music was made for love. Cruising was made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Yeah, plan to go my way. Hey, hey, yeah. And I love it when we're cruising together. Yeah. And that's it, because it's a 6-minute track and I wasn't going to go 6 minutes, but that's it.
Okay. Judges?
I'll go. Brandy, I actually liked you for that song. I think you took it and made it your. She gone.
Come back, Brandy.
Come back, Brandy.
I don't know where she went.
Come back. She said, "Bye, y'all."
She just dropped the mic and.
Right, that was a mic drop.
She's on her way back. She's coming. You have some Jeopardy music you can play, Zach, while...
I don't. Can one of y'all hum it?
La 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 la. La 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 la. Your turn, Rachel. La la la
la la la la la la la la la la la la la.
I think she's in double Jeopardy round now, so
yeah, exactly.
So y'all can go ahead and give your input. I'm assuming she'll probably be watching it.
Rachel, you finished.
Yeah, I'll just say I love the
okay.
Song. There you go.
Yay! All I heard you say was, Brandy, I actually, and it went away, and I was like, no, what does that mean? No.
Let's talk that out.
Yeah. Okay.
I was saying I love that song for your voice. I love that you made it your own. Of course, when we hear a D'Angelo sing that type of song, you know, D'Angelo is like a vocal beast. Yeah. But I think you took it, you made it your own. I didn't feel you were intimidated by the song. I was looking at you, like, outside of just singing, like, I was looking at you enjoying it. I could tell you.
I enjoyed this song so much. Like, this is the new cover song, obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna say, add this to your repertoire.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Rachel.
Yes, I agree with Rachel. Like, this whole time I was smiling. You would be a hell of a live singer, Brandy. You got some about you. You got this thing, and there's a couple of other artists that I think of that kind of, I can't say you remind me of them, but as far as like that charisma, you make people want to look at you. You make people happy when you sing. Like if you smile, we kind of smile. If you're sad, we're kind of sad. You have this thing where you can pull people into you, and that's something that is very hard to sell. It's something that's very hard to market. This, we talk about this all the time about, how people want the experience, and you're one of those singers that gives the experience. And Rachel kind of hit the hammer right on the nail, is that I didn't feel like this song scared you. And this is a song that scares people. If you say Angelo anything, that's like telling somebody to sing Brandy or telling somebody to sing Whitney Houston. It's like, what? But I didn't feel like that when you sang it. I felt like you said, this gonna be a new cover,
Right, period. Yeah.
You made me like the song. And I appreciate that. I appreciate your artistry, and I appreciate how serious you are seemingly about your music. So, if I were to give, let's see if I could think of a criticism, as far as, I can't really say that I heard pitch problems. It sounds like you, everything that you did, you wanted to. Even when you went to the little high, it was high and kind of a little screechy if I were to be like to zoom in. But I don't know, the performance behind it kind of made it work, So
it was quirky and it
was
worked.
a quirk move, and
definitely quirky. So
this smile and charisma about you, it's like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I like you.
Thank you, Sherelle.
So I'm gonna do another commercial break, and again, Zach's gonna fire me at some point. I'm so glad that Sherelle used the word experience. One of the artists I used to tour with taught me about performing live. He said the goal is to bring the listeners, bring the audience into your experience and make it so that when the lights come back on and it's over, they don't want to leave. They want to continue to be a part of that experience. And so they'll go out to the lobby and they'll buy shirts and they'll buy CDs and they'll buy DVDs and they'll buy merch and they'll come see you next time and they'll request you on the radio and whatever, because they want the experience to continue. And that's something that's very, most live performers don't really have that gift, in my opinion. That's a rare gift. And I feel like that's something that you might have or might be able to cultivate, because I agree with that, with the compliment that Sherelle and Rachel have given you, that you make listening to you an experience. I loved, like, I can't remember which one of them said it, that you weren't intimidated by the song, because it's, a lot of singers, if you give them something that's completely outside of their comfort zone, you can tell when you listen to them. You made some ambitious choices. You added some things, some runs and some stuff like that wasn't in there, that were, if you hadn't executed them, it would have been a disaster, but they weren't too much and you executed them. I did hear some pitch stuff. Maybe it's my ears that are broken, because if Sherelle didn't hear it, I mean, Sherelle's amazing. So I feel like you still have some work to do at like mastering your own voice, but once you do, you'll be unstoppable.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody. This has been more than what I signed up for. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Next up, we have Miss Kenzie Mallory again.
Come on, outfit change.
Hey.
Switched it up on us.
Yes.
I like this blind Kenzie. I do. I love
Thank you.
So what song did the judges pick for you?
They picked Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. Yes.
Do you know why they picked that song for you? Or do you have an idea?
I had an idea. I felt like maybe you all wanted to see
Talking to Mike.
Oh, so sorry. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking maybe y'all wanted to see or hear some more acrobatics, some energy from me, see if I can do something up tempo or something of that nature. So, yeah.
Okay. Judges, anything?
I didn't necessarily pick it for the acrobatics of it, but you have given, well, I didn't pick the song. I want to say I agreed to the song. Let me freeze that. I had definitely agreed to the song because I know you can do acrobatics. I kind of agree to this song because I want to see if you can still keep the soul and make a bop. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to be able to sing some soul, it's another thing to be able to do a bop. And Teenage Dream was kind of a bop, but it's also got that, that to it. So I kind of want to see that thump, thump, thump from you. So what else you got? Right?
Okay, all right, let's go. You think I'm pretty without any makeup on. You think I'm funny when I tell the punchline wrong. I know you get me, so I let my walls come down, down. When you first met me, everything was up, but then. I'm sorry, can I start over?
Please.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Don't be.
You think I'm pretty without any makeup on. You think I'm funny when I tell the punchline wrong. I know you get me, so I let my walls come down, down. Before you met me, I was alright, but things were kinda heavy. You brought me to life now every February. You'll be my Valentine, Valentine. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die, you and I. We'll be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's turn away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. Let's take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. We drove to Cali and got drunk on the beach. Got a motel and built a fort out of sheets. I finally found you, my missing puzzle piece. I'm complete. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die, you and I. We'll be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. Let's take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever. I'ma get your heart racing in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight. Let you put your hands on me in my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight. Oh, you make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's turn away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. So take a chance and don't ever look. Don't ever. I'ma get your heart racing with my skin tight jeans. Be your teenage dream tonight. Let you put your hands on me with your skin tight jeans. be a teenage dream tonight.
Judges?
I think Rachel wants to go first.
I went first the last 2 times.
Sherelle?
I'll go.
Okay.
Kenzie, your voice is amazing. Let's just say that, period. All right. We all know that anybody who's listened to you sing can agree that your voice is amazing. Blah, blah, blah. All right. This song, your voice is amazing. I want to say this. Your voice is amazing without acrobatics. Your voice is amazing without vibrato. Your voice is amazing whether it's fast or slow. Period. Okay. With this song, I feel like you sang the hell out of it. But I don't necessarily mean that complimentary.
We wanted some hell in it.
Huh?
I said we wanted some hell left in it.
Yeah.
We want a little bit of a heathen song in there.
Leave a little bit of hell. No. He's so crazy. But no, I feel like I kind of wanted this one to breathe a little bit more. We got the soul. We got all the sultriness from you. We got all the we got all of that. You know, I didn't necessarily want to hear that this time. Okay. And I feel like you just did what you did before. You know, we heard
exactly.
That. Okay. We heard that one. So I kind of wish you would have actually stayed a little more true to the song. And not just for our sake, I feel like for you. Okay, like when this is over and done with, I want you to challenge yourself to not, and here's the coming from me, please listen, all right? Because I have to tell myself this too. As a vocal coach, I will overcoach the song. I have to tell producers this all the time. When they have me to go do vocal production, I'm like, what do you want to hear? Do you want a super clean vocal production? Do you want them to keep the choir aspect? What do you want? Because if you let me, I will overdo it with the cleaning and everything else. And I feel like you made this bop and you turned it into a lover's ballad. And you know, it was great, but I kind of wanted to hear a different side of you.
So to piggyback on what Sherelle said, and I know I said something like this earlier to somebody else. I don't remember who. My favorite thing about it is also my least favorite thing about it. My favorite thing about it is that you took the song and made it your own. But in making it your own, you kind of lost some of the strengths of the song. Like, this is one of those songs. So, you know, musicians are snobs and a lot of singers are snobs too. Oh, we don't listen to top 40. We don't listen to this on the radio, but we have our guilty pleasure songs. Like that we get in the car and we turn it all the way up. And then if any other musicians are within earshot, we turn it down because we don't want them to know we love this song. Teenage Dream is one of those songs for me. I love that song. It's so beautifully put together. And it's got that, like, you know, and I was so excited to hear you sing it because I was like, she's just going to, it's a fun song. And we know that she can do the dramatic stuff. So now I get to hear her do something fun. But you took the fun song and you made it dramatic. And like Sherelle said, you did the same thing that you did in the first half of the competition with a song that wasn't originally that way. So you could have showed us some real diversity, and you didn't. And then the downside to that, in addition to whether or not that affects you in the competition, the downside to that is if you're doing that for your CD or you're doing that for a live performance, no one's going to want to hear a whole CD full of dramatic ballads. No one's going to want to hear a whole concert or show or club gig or whatever it is that you do full of slow dramatic songs. You'll lose your audience, and you need little bubblegum moments in there. You know, even some of the best singers have at least one, as Sherelle said, a bop on the CD, because you need some of that bubblegum music. You need something that's just going to make people happy without all of the substance. And I'm trying to remember everything that we've heard some versatility over the past 3 weeks from you, but I don't think we've heard anything peppy. I don't think we've heard anything upbeat. And I don't know at this point if you can do that, and I want to know.
Right.
Kenzie, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm a little disappointed with this performance, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm Team Kenzie. You know what I'm saying? And I remember last week we shared with you how we wanted to hear you use your upper register. And I feel like I know personally, I picked this song specifically to hear you outside of your comfort zone. But I feel like you took it and just pulled it back down to that comfort zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I know the original key is high. Don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. I wish you would have even just kind of attempted, if not that key, maybe a half step lower, because we want to hear your range. Even when Katie sings it, I don't know if you heard her sing this live. She has this raspiness she does when she gets to don't ever look. It's like she's not completely hitting it, but she's hitting it, and you can feel the grittiness in it. I want to hear that from you. I didn't get that, and I'm like, Team Kenzie, and now I'm like, damn.
Sorry.
No, because you're dope. What'd you say?
I said I don't want you to be sorry,
Right,
but
don't be
really,
sorry.
yeah.
But I just,
yeah, because you have a cute voice, but it's just yeah. But sometimes, like again, that's something you really need to get in your repertoire is knowing what you sound like singing a standard without having to add frill and stuff, because your voice is so nice that it would have sounded extra juicy with you just singing the standard. Don't ever look back. Don't ever look. Like to hear you just on a bop, because you have so much control. Like you can absolutely do that. It would have been easy. You know?
And we gave you the perfect song for it. We were so ready for this.
Go back and learn it and do it again for
the record.
yourself.
Just push yourself. Get out of your comfort zone, because you I don't want you to defeat yourself.
Yes.
I feel like, of course, we are our worst critic. And I don't want you to just stay in that zone where, okay, I know I can do this well, so let me just stay here. That's boring. Okay. It's like, we know you can do it. Stretch yourself. Show us what we're looking for.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenzie. We have Lauren coming up next. Hey, Lauren.
Hey. Hi.
So what song was picked for you?
The song that was picked for me was by Brandy called Broken Hearted. And I am going to accompany myself and sing it for you on the piano.
Do you know why we picked it for you?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
I would guess to show I would guess to show my softer side, potentially. Maybe not.
I want to hear if at least one note in a whispery, soft tone. Like I've been waiting on that moment. Just find a spot.
Exactly, because I think we also picked this song just to piggyback off of that. Your tone is so pure and crystal clear, and it pierces it and it translates perfectly. So now we want to hear the other side of it. Give us some air. Give us, breathy moments. We want to hear all of those nuances.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here I go. I'm young, but I'm wise enough to know that you don't fall in love overnight. That's why I thought if I took my time,
and that everything in love would be alright. But as soon as I closed my eyes, I was saying to love goodbye. But I guess I'm lonely, I'm broken hearted. Life's not over, I can't start again while I'm lonely, broken hearted. It's a hurting thing to get over. No more empty conversations. Next time I will be totally sure. Don't want the pain of falling in and out of love. It's more than my poor heart could endure. So I listen to all the advice, and remember it's time I cry. But I guess I'm lonely, broken hearted. Life's not over, I can't stop again while I'm lonely, broken hearted. It's a hurting thing to get over. Oh, 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 I never thought I'd be alone again. That's why I asked you to be my best friend. Oh, you know you're always on my mind. I think about you all the time. I never thought I'd be alone again. That's why I asked you to be my best friend. Oh, you know you're always on my mind. I think about you all the time. I never thought I'd be alone again. That's why I asked you to be my best friend. Oh, I know you're always on my mind. I think about you. Oh, I think about you when I'm lonely. I'm broken hearted. When I'm lonely, I'm broken hearted.
Sherelle?
That's how you make me feel. That's how you made me feel. Listen. Yes. Yes. Lauren, that was so vulnerable. That was so vulnerable. You gave me what I wanted. I felt it. I'm at a loss for words a little bit just because it really translated. I don't know about anybody else. You know, we're all going to be different people, but it really, really translated with me when you sang that. And I don't know, that lonely, broken hearted, when you kept doing that, I felt it. I felt it when you sang it. It was very personal. I kind of felt like you may have been thinking of a time. I don't know, but I believed you. And I appreciated your choices. I appreciated the simplicity of it. I appreciated you for even giving, I know this, believe it or not, because we've been saying, dang, Lauren always goes big, but I appreciated the big moments because they were few and far between. And you still, with any song, there's going to need to be tension and release. And so you didn't make us, tense the whole time with that passion and not release it out. So I appreciate you for doing that. I loved it. That's me.
Thank you.
I'm gonna jump in and say I agree with Sherelle. Your interpretation of that song it just, yeah, it really took me to a place. I was like, this is, because Brandy already, you know, she has that, just that angelic, it's just, you know, Brandy's Brandy. She's the vocal Bible. But I feel like listening to you sing it, you gave me a different interpretation and I enjoyed it. And then like at first I was waiting, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for the feels. And then you did this certain part and I was just like, she is taking me there. I enjoyed it. I did.
Dan?
So it's a tough needle to thread in terms of we want you to take something that we know is not in your comfort zone and make it your own, but then also not take it too far away to the point where we don't get out of what we need to. I really liked the way you interpret it. I wanted, and I know this is going to sound like the opposite of what we've told you before. I really wanted a little more contrast. I wanted a little more breathy in the quiet parts and a little more big in the big parts. But what I think you did well is that, like I said, you don't sound like Brandy, so you're not going to sound like Brandy. So you found a way to make it sound like Lauren without sacrificing the song. That I think you nailed. I mean, at this point in the competition, obviously we know you can sing. That's not a question. I didn't hear one flawed note. Like I said, I wish you would have captivated me a little bit more. I didn't have the same experience that Sherelle did, because Sherelle was just about in tears, I think. And I needed just a little bit. I wanted more breath, honestly. The big parts were probably big enough. They could have standed to be a little bigger, but we know you got that. I just wanted a little more breath. But again, like Sherelle said, that's just me personally. We're down to the nuts and bolts at this point of the competition. We're getting as nitpicky as we can possibly be. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you. Sherelle, did you say your piece?
Yes, I went.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Rosa for her second round. We're waiting on her to come on.
Hello again.
Hey, what did the judges pick for you, and why do you think they picked that song for you?
So I was assigned For Your Glory by Tasha Cobbs, and I feel like I was assigned that because I was told last week somebody feel like I got the I guess we gonna see. I don't know why, but I mean, probably, want to hear something different other than, smoky jazz, club, neo soul, backyard barbecue type music. So
we're ready when you are.
All right. Lord, if I find favor in your sight, Lord, please hear my heart's cry. I'm desperately waiting to be where you are. Across the hottest desert, I travel near or far for your glory. I would do anything just to see you, to behold you as my king. For your glory, I would do anything just to see you, to behold you as my king. I want to be where you are. Gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. Oh, I wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. For your glory, I would do anything just to see you, to behold you as my king. I wanna be where you are.
Dan, let's go first.
So I'm going to take the credit. I don't know who it was between the three judges that picked that song, but whoever it was, I'm taking the credit because you absolutely killed that song. And that's a song that, like, my church wears that song out. If you wouldn't have given it everything that it needed with the oil, I would have been so mad because I'm tired of hearing it done 99%. Because my church does that song way too often. And granted, one of our worship leaders absolutely kills it, but it's not a song I can hear again mediocre. And so the fact that you started off perfectly, you executed the song, you went to the high part, you gave it a little extra. I don't have anything to say. Only thing I will say is, and I'll be the asshole, and especially as I think Zach and I are the only musicians on here right now, tell your accompanist they did too much. This is a singing competition. I like his choices, but I would have done that Sunday morning, but I just want to hear her. Like, don't change the chords up, don't do the substitution, save that for Sunday. Let us just hear her. But I don't have any criticism for you on that performance. I think. Where's she going? Where are you running away?
Oh, my phone is dying. I'm trying to find the charger.
Oh. Okay. Well, while you find the charger,
I got it.
Yeah, I don't have any criticism for that at all.
Yo, Rosa? Is it Rosa? Rosa? Ararosa? What is it? Rosa. You
Rosa.
took that. Rosa. You bodied that song.
Yes.
You bodied that song. Okay? I'm not, look, I recorded that song with Tasha, and I get sick of hearing it too. But when I tell you, like, it was refreshing to hear you sing it. Like, yo, the bar has been set again. Here we go.
Rosa, I have a whole button for you. Listen. Listen, you came in there with noise and juicy. It was like slid in. And here's the thing. Sometimes people don't do that the right way. Sometimes they'll slide in there and they'll tease you with a good entrance, and then they'll go off the handle, and you just kept your control. And then when the big part came, you did what we wanted, okay? You gave us what we wanted. You gave us passion. That's crazy that you don't sing gospel. Like,
isn't that crazy?
You gonna sing in my church? You gonna sing in my church? I'll say that much.
Listen, yes. You just be, man. I hope. Do you want to do that? I mean, like, you're good. You're great. That was amazing.
That girl good.
That girl good. Listen, amazing. Let the song breathe, which is on a song like that? Because I mean, yeah, we are kind of, that song. I can say we're tired of it, but that song has been played a lot. So if you're gonna do it, we prefer to not be either bored or like for you to run it in the ground. And you did just the nice medium of that. You gave us nice balance, a song that seems like it meant something. I appreciate that. That was really great.
Thank you, Rosa. Charge your phone. Elijah, welcome.
Hello.
Look at these changes.
Hey.
Changes.
I'm in a TikTok video.
Presentation.
It's everything.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah.
What song did the judges pick for you?
They picked Part-Time Lover.
Oh, okay.
You seem shocked. Right.
Baby, when I tell you amused, what? What? This? Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what they picked for me.
Okay. Why do you think they picked that song for you?
First of all, Stevie Wonder has range out of this world. So I think they wanted me to stretch myself as far as especially his range. And it's kind of out of my norm. So I think that's why I said what she said when Rachel said the first time, we wanted to hear you mess up. Here it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
We're ready when you are.
All right. Call up, ring once, hang up the phone. Yeah. Call up, ring once, hang up the phone to let me know you made it home. Don't want nothing to be wrong with part-time lover. If she's with me, I'll blink the lights to let you know tonight's the night for you and me. Part-time lover. We are undercover, passion on the run, chasing love up against the sun. We are strangers by day, lovers by night, knowing it's so wrong, but feeling so right. If I'm with friends, if we should meet, just pass me by, don't even speak. Know the word discreet when part-time lover. But if there's some emergency, have a male friend to ask for me, so she won't peek at you, my part-time lover. We are undercover, passion on the run, chasing love up against the sun. We are covered by day, strangers by night, knowing it's so wrong, but feeling so right. Part-time lover. We are undercover, passion on the run, chasing love up against the sun. We are strangers by day, others by night, knowing it's so wrong, but feeling so right. I got something that I must tell. Last night someone ring our doorbell and it was not you, my part-time lover. And then a man called our exchange and didn't want to leave his name. I guess two could play the game of part-time lover. You and me, part-time lover. But she and he, part-time lovers. Part-time lover. Part-time lover. Part-time lover.
Elijah.
Yes, ma'am.
First, let me say I'm glad you got this song, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you've been singing in this comfortable zone, this comfortable register, and it was so refreshing to hear your upper register. Like your upper register is so dope. Like it's gritty and it's like raspy, and you were still hitting those notes, and like I enjoyed those parts of the song. Where I see that, in my opinion, that you kind of fell off was getting into the song, like making it yours. I feel like you defeated yourself because you got this song. I feel like because the way you introduced it was like part-time lover, it was like, you were already defeated in that moment. Like, it felt like you didn't want to sing this song, and it kind of translated that way as well. I guess because you didn't know it, but I like vocally, I feel like it worked for you, but I feel like you didn't put 100% into it. Some of those parts, I was wanting to hear like the Elijah Bell flair. We were undercover, passion on the run, chasing love up against the sun. Like, do something. Strangers by day, lovers by night. Knowing it's so wrong, but feeling so right. Like something, add your flair. Like, do you. Like, we know what Stevie does. I feel like if you would have like pulled on some of those end phrases and added some little additives and preservatives and gave us like the full shebang, like it would have been like, oh yes. I think you need to stretch yourself more in that upper. Use that upper registry. Like you don't use it because you comfortable where you are. You know it. You know what works for you, and you stay there and you live there. Stretch yourself because you would like take it way beyond you. We know you can sing, yes, but if you would stretch yourself more in that upper registry, child, please. I'll buy a ticket.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna be the asshole again because the issue for me wasn't singing. The issue was attitude. Like I could tell by listening to you sing the song that you didn't like the song, or at least you didn't like having to sing the song. And I shouldn't be able to tell that because you're too good of a singer not to be able to execute the song well. I agree with Rachel 100%. When you went to that high part in the chorus, the undercover, I don't know the words, but I love the song. Yeah, when you went there in the chorus, I heard a part of your voice I've never heard before, and I loved it. I'm like, why isn't he taking this and then making it his own? All that space in the end that you could have done some extra stuff. You could have done some runs. You could have done anything to make the song your own, but instead you're just like, I gotta sing this song. I guess I'm gonna get through it. I'll get, but I'm gonna sing the song, and it was such a waste because if you would have actually sang like you liked the song and hit that higher register that we'd never heard before, you could have owned the whole competition. Tell me if I'm wrong, Sherelle.
I feel like the song was better when I had to close my eyes. Because especially like they both said it. I mean, everybody watching is gonna agree. When you went to that, so right, feeling so right. When you did the right, it was nice and juicy too. Like it was almost kind of like your voice was struggle, but like when you do the right, it was like, nope, we know what we're doing. This is nice, and it was good. It was really good. That's a nice, like, you sound great in highs, Elijah. You should do that more. Pull it more because you can and you stay. Like, you didn't crack one time and you kept doing it. And the right is the highest part, and you were like soaring on that one. So I definitely want to hear more. I was shocked at the end when you didn't take the liberty to kind of like do your own, and you kind of stuck to BGV, the part-time lover. I was like, oh man, because I mean, like, even if you would have just did similar to what he did, part-time love, you could have did anything because you're so good at notes. A person who can sing notes and who can control their notes can essentially do a whole lot of things, and you could have, but you didn't. I feel like you, when we said we wanted to hear mistakes, we didn't want you to make a mistake intentionally. We were saying we wanted to hear you be more vulnerable with the song, and if you decided in your vulnerability to go somewhere and maybe it didn't, we wanted to hear that honesty in you, but I kind of feel like you set yourself up to bomb on this one. And you didn't bomb because, again, you're a great singer. But I mean, like, your attitude kind of didn't present itself. And then you got this dope hat on. So, like, listen, with the pins, I'm into the pins. That's so my middle school me with, like, ammonia boots and the pins, like... and the black lipstick. I was here. I was living. I thought you were going to do something with it, but you were just kind of like, mad. You kind of med the song, Stevie, you med the song. The Stevie song.
I mean, you're one of the best singers we've heard in this competition, but that doesn't mean anything if you can't execute when you're in the studio and the producer asks you to do this, or you're live and the music director asks you to do this or whatever. If you can't execute it, and it's not a matter of skill, I like I said it before, I honestly think it's a matter of attitude. You got to be willing to care as much about something that I've done whole country sessions and I don't like country music, but I have to play what they hire me to play, and I have to love it, otherwise my playing is gonna suck. Did you come up with a jingle?
I did. So I don't know how it's gonna go. Hold on, I have the words written right here.
It's gonna go. You have to think it's gonna be great.
That's it. You gotta stop defeating yourself. Your words. Your words.
Okay.
Woo.
My words. Okay. So I gotta get the tempo again. Hold on one second. Give me a minute, y'all. Or a second. Oh, okay. So this is almost kind of like a little rock situation. So here we go. Hold on. This is funny. Hold on. Get Lysol, it's the thing to do. Da-da-da-da. Eliminate sodas, but the limit is two. Da-da-da-da. If you cough, I will spray you. Get Lysol, and they'll be proud of you. Oh God, that was funny.
Why you playing those?
It's kind of like a little Richard feel.
If you would have milked that a little bit, it would have been hot.
You came up with that, right? That's not a thing that exists.
No, that's not. I wrote that with the help of my.
I mean, I'll let one of the vocal coaches say more. I think you have an ear for what a jingle is supposed to sound like, but I don't think you sang it the way a commercial would be sang.
Right.
And I think if your goal is to do more than if your goal is to write jingles, that's one thing. If your goal is to sing them commercially, then there's a certain way you have to sing for that type of marketability. And Sherelle or Rachel can probably tell you more about what's involved in that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a whole different lane to. I think that would be kind of veering off of why we're here. I apologize because I wasn't specific. I loved your jingle, actually. I mean, that's very creative. I wasn't specific. I should have stated sing something familiar. But it's cool. No. That's on me. That's on me. But I enjoy what you did. But yeah.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We're going to let our judges log off, and we are going to have some guest performers, some guest panelists to come on. We're going to have a discussion. We're going to give them maybe a few moments. Maybe they'll let us know when they're ready. So we're going to let them go ahead and log off.
Hey, I'm Nick Farley, owner of Mind Blown Creations, LLC, where we believe in bringing vision to life and making moments last forever. Look, if you need graphic design, if you need a website, if you need photography, if you need videography, look, we are the team for you. I want you to go now to www.mindblowncreation.com, check out our amazing rates and our prices, and schedule a consultation today. We can't wait to serve you.
All right, guys, welcome back. I know it's a long night, so we're going to try and keep it moving, waiting on our judges. So we want to bring on some special people. First, we have Zeno Suave. What's going on, man?
What's happening? What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Suge Knight. I didn't know Suge Knight got out of jail.
Boy, you wild.
We have, and we also have the CEO, the COO of Blueprint Productions, Mr. Kenny Pratt, and Angelis Caracas. How's it going, fellas?
What's up with you, man?
You good, man?
I'm good. And we have Miss Teresa Little from Destined for Greatness. How's it going?
Everything's going well.
That's good. So we just gonna shoot the breeze for a minute. You know, we're gonna start with Zeno Suave. Tell us what you got going on, man.
Oh, man, I'm actually in the process of I wasn't even supposed to say anything about this, but I'm in the process of a project right now, man.
This is an exclusive for conversations we need to have that he about to drop on us. So I need everybody to tune in. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm actually in the process of a project, man, called Let God Be God. I got the merch out right now. People been rocking the merch. Didn't even know that it was gonna be the EP. But yeah, I'm working on the EP right now, man, with some exclusive people I can't really speak on right now. Some people got behind this project, man, and it's gonna be crazy, man. So yeah.
Okay, and Blueprint Production. How's it going? So tell us a little bit more about Blueprint.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Kenny Pratt. I'm CEO of Blueprint. We're a local production team in the area trying to reach the world via music. We offer virtual music services. We offer videography, photography, a little some of everything. Anything that has to do with media and arts, we're offering those services, not just in state, but out of state as well. We specialize in music production. And our slogan is listen to the music. Simple as that. That's all we want everybody to do is listen to the music.
So you all are the production company that's going to be producing the single for the winner of this showcase. Has anybody stood out to y'all? From the top 20, maybe some who didn't make it to the top 5, or did anybody stand out to y'all?
I feel like we all. I'm going to say this prematurely, but I feel like Rosa is definitely a house favorite. One of the guys, definitely Antrez Miller, he's one of the ones that I really wish could have made it far in the competition. But all of the talents are really great. Like this competition is just a stepping stone for everybody involved, because there's definitely reach. This platform, conversations we need to have, definitely allow some people that probably never thought they would be heard to be heard. So I appreciate you, Zach, for giving people a chance.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Miss go ahead. Drop. You about to say something?
Oh no, I'm good.
No. Teresa, how's it going?
Everything's going well.
That's good. So tell the world about Destined for Greatness. We know about Destined for Greatness here, but tell us more about it and how people can reach you.
Well, Destined for Greatness is a community choir made up of youth in the Middle Georgia area. We operate under the umbrella of our nonprofit, Right Touch Family Development. And our focus is just working with children with music, dance, leadership, and entrepreneurship. And how you can get in touch or get more information about Destined for Greatness, you can go to our website, which is www.righttouch.net.
So can you tell us some of the things that Destined for Greatness do on the scale that you all do it on? I know y'all did some stuff with John P. Key and
Yeah.
P. Sheard and all of that. So can you tell us more about that?
Yes, well, our main thing is really about exposing the children to things that they probably wouldn't normally do, in their regular church choir. So we focus on developing their leadership skills as well as their music. And we have opened up for several artists with the help of one of our board members, Brother Harold Young at 99.5 FM. We've been able to participate with the Pan African Festival, opening up singer background with Kiara Sheard, Beverly Crawford. We've done the all that jazz for 2 years straight with the Tubman Museum, opening up for Patti LaBelle, Regina Bell, and People Bryson. So those things make a lot of memories for the youth that we work with in the Middle Georgia area.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna spring this on all three organizations and artists that's represented here. In the very near future, we're going to collaborate. Conversations we need to have is going to sponsor a live concert.
Wow.
With Destined for Greatness, Zeno, with live production by Blueprint. We're gonna work out all the logistics, but I want to go ahead and put it out there in the air. We may get some heavy hitters down to participate with this, but we're gonna meet up and talk about that. Blueprint, as far as who you all have worked with and what you all have going on, can y'all tell us more about that and how people can reach you all?
We actually are launching a website this weekend, blueprintproductionsllc.com. That will definitely be hitting the web this weekend for contact, future information, updates, etc. We'll be getting a mailing list started so you guys can be current with what we have going on. As Ms. Little said, we've been privileged to work with and partner with the Tubman Museum, thanks to Mr. Harold Young. He's opened the door for us to play for numerous artists, open up for numerous personnel, some of the biggest shows and different performing arts events he's hosted, and he's allowed us to share the stage literally with numerous people. We have definitely been in the church scene for years, and when I say this, I mean it humbly, because sometimes musicians, they tend to lie about their resume. But we have been fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. That's how I'll say it, to play for different people. We don't have a lot of these artists itinerary, but we have played for some very heavy hitter names. That list is very extensive, to be honest, and it's a privilege. We also did some worship appreciation and show some attitude when it comes to my gratitude to you guys for opening.
Okay. I think they went out. Zeno, you having a live concerts coming up. How can people reach you and find your other music that you've done?
Well, all of my music is on all platforms, all digital platforms. Like I said, I do have a project I'm actually working on called Let God Be God. And with Blueprint, they have a Blueprint who's actually my band. We hadn't said anything about that, but Blueprint is actually my band. We're planning a live concert soon. I had to get with the guys on it and let them know when we're gonna, do everything. But it'll be probably within the next few weeks. My social medias are One Zeno Suave and Zeno Suave for my Facebook. Instagram is One Zeno Suave. That's how you can find most of my booking information. But yeah, that's about it, man.
Okay. So I need. I know, Teresa. You probably can't stay on, but can Zeno and Blueprint stay on? And Teresa, if you can, we're going to have some guest performances. We have Avia Perry, who's going to make her appearance on the Conversations We Need to Have platform.
Okay. Well, Zach, I wanted to say I appreciate the opportunity to come and share on your platform. I told you privately, and I want to tell you publicly that you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. So you guys go ahead and post your information while RBA is performing in the comment section. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more.
We celebrate you, Jesus. We give you glory and honor. Hallelujah. The Lord is high above the heavens. The Lord is high above the heavens. And His glory above the nations. And His glory above the nations. The Lord is high above the heavens. The Lord is high above the heavens. And His glory above the nations. And His glory above the nations. Give God the highest praise, acknowledging Him always. And all the people say, Holly, 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 holly. The Lord is high above the heavens. The Lord is high above the heavens. And His glory above the nations.
What's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
What? I'm trying to see what.
Hey, my bad, Zach. You know we were listening to some other kind of speakers right quick. You know how we have to.
Yeah, I understand. So, and I wanted y'all on because I want to talk about some of the guest performers that are coming on. And I know you guys did the production work for the artist that just got off RBA, but I want to ask Blueprint. You know, like what is your vision for like the person who may win this competition? Like what do you hope to do as far as their musical aspirations are concerned?
For me and the Blueprint, we're hoping that we're going to get somebody who's like ready to move, ready to work. Right now, we're in the season of growth, and we're looking at opportunities. This pandemic has stifled a lot of people, but as for Blueprint during this time, we've done nothing but take off and start moving forward. So we're really hoping that whoever wins this competition is ready to go forward through all of this. Let's make it work. We're looking for a team of people that we connect with, vocalists, people ready to get some good music out. So that's the vision pretty much. We just want somebody ready to join the team and let's get busy. Let's do some things. Make dreams come true.
Okay. So I want to play my friend Robert Hawkins. He was on earlier from Grand Rapids, and I would like encourage you guys to check him out, and that could be an opportunity there for his partnership. But I definitely want you all to just take a look at his promotional material as well.
We've been taught that we've been fighting for victory, but I want to let you know today that we're fighting from victory. So we have dominion.
Get ready for the first virtual indie artist worship experience of the year. Robert Hawkins Ministries presents Worship in the Warehouse Virtual Tour. Kickoff starts on Friday, July 24th through Saturday, August 1st, 2020. Streaming on multiple platforms near you. To view the full tour schedule, please visit www.imrhawkins.com. Move that couch out of the way and get ready for the Worship in the Warehouse Virtual Tour presented by national recording artist Robert Hawkins. An experience you don't want to miss.
We have dominion.
So I want Blueprint to do me a favor, if you can. I don't know if they can hear me. No, I think they're delayed. So we also have Oompa Carswell or Curtis Carswell. He's going to perform for us as well.
Hey friends, it's Jim Alfredson from Organissimo. Thank you so much for having us here on Conversations We Need to Have. Thank you, Zach and Dan. We appreciate it. Here's a tune called Go Ahead.
I say you for last because I wanted you to introduce the performance that we're about to show everybody. Can you tell us a little background behind it and where it came from?
Yeah, so actually this is a Kanye West sample. It's a Kanye West song. Say You Will. It's about 10 years old now. Kanye always been a big inspiration to me. Him being an artist and a producer like myself. But yeah, basically going through a rough time, man, dealing with some stuff, man, kind of like almost walking away from my relationship with God, and I wanted to express that because I know I needed God. I'll say this, man. I basically I made the people around me God, and I didn't elevate God. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I end up writing that song, and you're hearing some of the some of the lyrics when I say, you say you'll ride for me, you say you'll die for me, but would you lay down your life for me like the one who died on the cross for me, right? And basically, you don't just get people who tell you they there for you, they said and the other, but when you really need people the most, man, it's like you can't even get them. And I'm talking about like close family members. It can be a father, a mother, brother, sister, and going through a real rough time. And it seemed like everybody would say, "Oh, I understand, I understand, I understand," but truly, people didn't really understand what I was going through at that time. And it was like I didn't have nobody. So I ran to the microphone, man, and just my brother actually told me to get on this instrumental and just pour my heart out, and that's what I ended up doing, man. Pouring my heart out to God, and it's been touching people like crazy, man. A lot of people been inspired by the song, man. I got a couple of people who have actually said they got back in the studio because of the song or whatever, man. So it's crazy, man. I'm grateful to be on the platform to share this video, but this is my video of a cover called "Say You Will."
Okay.
It's been a long time coming, yeah. And I know, change gon' come, yeah. It's been a long time coming, and I know, change gon' come. Trying to find serenity, but I swear my demons keep getting the best of me. Yeah, I swear I'm searching for a remedy, cause the way that I've been moving is about to keep me from my destiny. Yeah, I know I'm made for greater purpose, I done seen it, but I only scratch the surface. Thinking to myself, Lord, like, are you really working? Am I going through all this pain, Lord, like, is it really worth it? Is it God, it's a part of your plan, and I know I'm in your hands, but I feel like you some fingers and I'm just slipping sand. Got me thinking to myself like he needs some bigger hands. God, don't forsake me, I'm just speaking from a broken man. Yeah. Sweet nothings from a serpent. God touch your son because I'm hurting. His grease like 1,000 miles when he's smirking. The whole time I'm feeling like my heart bursting. It's been a long time coming, yeah. And I know, change gon' come, yeah. It's been a long time coming, and I know, change gon' come. Heard you say that you gon' ride for me, huh? Heard you say that you gon' slide for me, huh? Would you lay down your life for me and take your last breath on that cross peacefully? Heard you say that you gon' ride for me, right? Heard you say that you gon' slide for me, slide. Would you lay down your life for me and take your last breath peacefully? Don't say you will, don't say you will, unless you will. Don't say you will, unless you will, unless you will.
Oh, this is it? This is what we get?
And we are back. Sherelle, do you have a drum roll sound effect, or can you do that with your voice, or
Drum roll with my voice? I don't know. How was that? Is that no? Is that good? That bad? Oh, I do have a drum roll.
that will do?
No. That sounded like a bootleg rain stick.
So
Remember
can you all tell me who the top 3 were in your decision?
Ooh, did we pick a top 3? I know we have a top 2. I don't know if we picked a third.
Pick a top 3. Let me think.
I think I know who the third would be based on what we talked about.
And we are like live right now, right?
We are.
Oh.
I think number 3 would be Kinsey, right? Did I? Am I screwing up saying things on the air? I don't know. We didn't talk about a top 3.
The top two.
I'm shutting up now.
Why are you doing this?
Right.
Like
you. So if we say we're trying to figure out how to say the order without giving up.
Can we announce the winner and then we give?
Okay, that'll work. So
I feel like it's kind of taking away from.
You should have better prepared us, Zach. This is your fault entirely. We could have given you a top 3 if you would have asked.
I'll take the blame. So who's going to be the spokesperson to announce our winner?
I will, but we're all going to kind of, say our piece.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
But I wanted to say that we chose this person just based off of a few things. And I'll say this, as musicians, as singers, in this industry, especially now where things are, it takes more than just the bottom line as when being an artist or being chosen for something like this. We love singers. So definitely we want people that can sing. We also look for likability. We also look for just how marketable you are. And because, at the end of the day, you're getting a single, you're getting a song done, produced, that's going to be put out to the masses, and you want people to gravitate to it, however they gravitate to it. So we decided this person based off of course, we love their voice, we love their look, their vibe, and how marketable they are. I'm going to cut to the chase. This person who has won Crescendo Conversations, you win $500. You win a song produced by Blueprint Productions. And Sherelle and I are going to get our hands onto you, and we're going to get our claws in you and make sure this song is dope, okay? But we chose as the winner, dun, 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 Brandy.
Brandy.
Yay, Brandy. Brandy, congratulations. And let me say this to you. I read this quote from someone. It said that you're a good artist when you make someone else experience or feel something deep or unexpected. And I feel that you gave that to us. I feel like you do this because you love to do it, because you want to do it, not because you have to do it. That translated to me so deep. And I just commend you for sticking to who you are as an artist. When you opened your mouth, like you just gave us it was a vibe. It was a vibe, and I'm big on vibes. Like that's number one for me. Everybody can sing now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what else do you bring to the table? And I feel like you got something that's just so unique and so creative and this likability about you that I feel like will just transcend. So
I agree 100%. One of the things I was saying back with Rachel and Spiff was that the one thing I could say about Brandy is that every time I liked it, even if it was a pitch problem here or there, every time I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made sure at the end of the day to express the song. I felt the emotion behind the song. You are the kind of singer that can sing a song and we don't have to worry about knowing what the song is about. You see what I'm saying? We can hear you sing a song, and if it's a sad song, we'll feel sad. If it's a happy song, you'll make us happy. And that is something that is very, very difficult to find in people. Is stuff that'll make us feel. Right now, Rachel said it best. Everybody can sing. Back in the day when YouTube, before it got bought by the millionaires, when it was just people singing and stuff like that. Even back then, I remember being like, I'm gonna quit being a singer. Like, what am I still singing for? Everybody can do this. Yes. They're so good, So when the market is so crowded with people, you gravitate to those people who make you feel something when they sing. You know what I'm saying? I was mentioning like Billie Eilish and Dido, Sade, people like that. They may have a different sound altogether. Jensen McRae is another singer that I was talking about back there where, she has a very different voice, but she makes you feel anything that even if I can't understand what you're singing, I'm probably going to Google the words because I feel so good when you sing. So that was the reason why you were my vote, is because I liked hearing and seeing you. So congratulations, Brandy, you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rachel, for your kind words.
Brandy, we're going to get to you in just a second. I want to
yes,
hear.
I got a whole speech. Please let me say it. I got to express my gratitude.
Of course she does.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait.
Of course she does. Yeah, this was. One of the judges said something when we were deliberating. It said, I don't remember which it was, but they said, we hear good singers every day. What do you bring to the table that's different? And the thing about it is that I'm really interested to hear what your single sounds like, because I think it's going to be something I'm going to want to listen to. It's going to be something different, and especially with the team that comes with the win, I'm really kind of looking forward to hearing what it sounds like. It was not like this was not an easy competition to pick. Like it was not it could have gone a different way. And maybe Zach will fire me for saying this, I don't know. But like, you've been a wild card through this whole competition. Like, every time we've deliberated, it's like, does Brandy make the cut? I don't know, but there's something about her that we like. And at the end of the day, that's what took you all the way through to the end, is because every performance that you've done, there's been something about it that we liked, even if it wasn't perfect. And also, today, you gave us a song that showed a good example of you as an artist, and then you took the one that we gave you and were comfortable with it. And I think that is where you were strongest today. And so I'm looking forward to hearing what comes as a result of you winning the competition. I really want to hear it. Heck, if you want me to play guitar on it, I'll do it. Any of the top contestants, I want to hear what you're coming out with. And if you need, guitar or organ, hit me up, please. But I'm very curious to know what comes out of this. It's not gonna sound like anybody else.
Thank you.
Okay, Brandy, the floor is yours.
I just want to say thank you, everybody. Like I said after I sung the last song, is that this was so much more than what I was expecting. I saw the flyer and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do this. But the amount of knowledge that I've gained and the confidence, and like I said, I've learned so much in my voice just by singing this song. And I just want to say thank you. I am humbled, and I'm so glad, Dan, you told me that this whole entire time that I was a wild card, because to me that's a testament to the favor that I have on my life from God. So I love all of you, and I am so excited that I'm gonna be doing a song with Rachel. You know what I'm saying? And Sherelle, like, yo, you right. This is not gonna sound like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And this, Zach, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I love you all. And my baby really wants to be on camera, so it's yay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. That's all.
The baby video was adorable too.
What'd you say?
I said the baby in that music video from Zeno that we saw, that was a gorgeous baby. Dude,
that was a gorgeous baby. I
That was
said
his
the
daughter,
same thing too.
That's his daughter. Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you guys. Good night.
Good night.
And Zach, can we just talk to the other contestants as well?
You want them to come on?
Are they still on actually? Like
Lauren is on. I see Lauren, and I see Lauren's the only one
do
on.
y'all want to just kind of generally speak, or do we want to specifically talk to each individual? What are y'all feeling in the moment?
It depends if the individuals are still here. If Lauren's, if other contestants, are you watching? Even if you're not in the stream anymore, can you tell us in the comments?
They're watching. They're just not on. Lauren is on the stream.
Okay. Well, tell us in the comments if you're here watching, so we know who we're talking to.
But I know Lauren is here.
Okay. Well, we'll just talk, and if they watch it later, hopefully they'll see it later.
If we could just start by saying, just congrats to you guys for even making it this far, for even just stepping out on the limb and on faith to entering a competition, because they're hard to do, like auditioning and stuff like this. It's nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying? Having people just constantly judge you, like, and you still persevere through. I commend you guys for sticking with this. You guys, of course, we've said it throughout the course of this competition that you're amazing singers. You're amazing singers. You know that. Now is when you take that and you gotta step it up a notch. You have to couple it with not only just the vocal, stepping up your vocal, but just stepping up your artistry. If artistry is the goal, stepping it up. Your presentation is everything. It's not just your voice. It's not just a look. It's how you communicate. I tell my students when they're auditioning, for me, your audition started when you seeked out the correspondence. Like when you emailed me asking for information about the audition, that's when it started. So you have to start there. Like, okay, I'm wanting to commit to this process. You have to surrender to the process and be all in. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all are understanding what I'm saying. Yes, you vocally, you can kill, but I need your presentation and your preparation and your professionalism and your passion to shine through just as much as your vocal. So just take that into consideration when you're doing stuff like this. These are opportunities that are once in a lifetime. Everybody doesn't get an opportunity to do this. You know what I'm saying? In front of people, who have influence. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of these moments. Take the criticism that we give and like really hone in on that. Like, don't just, okay, y'all just saying something. Okay, whatever. A lot of times we as vocalists who are amazing at what we do, sometimes we get a little comfortable in being great and we get just kind of lax. And because everyone tells us we can sing every day of our lives, we just rely on that. And it's more to it. It's more to it than just, I can lead worship on Sunday morning, or I can go to Cafe 290 on Friday and sing, the people under the table. It's more than that. It's, okay, is your business in order? Can you talk to people? Are you likable? Do you have good character? Do people want to fool with you outside of church, outside of Cafe 290? It's those things that all add up. Singing is 30%. The other 70 has to shine through. It's what you do with it. That's what I look for personally. I don't care if you can sing or not.
Yeah. I completely agree. And I was gonna say, I say this all the time. I learned this in some kind of a convention conference, something out years ago. And he said it, and it just stuck with me. And he said that it's the heart and the art. You know, like sometimes we'll put so much emphasis in the art of it, and I'm not saying that that's bad, because you do want for your artistry to be likable. You want it to be you want for people to want to listen to you. So I definitely commend you in putting so much emphasis in the talent portion of it. But as Rachel just said, singing has to be translated. And your translation is what people are going to take away from the song, because not everybody that is listening to you is listening to you with the ears of a judge or with the ears of a musician. That's the very few, okay? And here's the thing, as an artist, do you really want to only have people that listen to you for that? I mean, like, after a while of doing that over and over again, I feel like you would probably kind of feel a little used, right? Because you want for your music, and I'm not saying that anybody here that sang didn't, but the main goal is for your music to be translated and to be felt, for people to understand where you're coming from if you're going to be an artist. And so if you want to be, I don't know, a Disney singer, if you want to be a Broadway singer, if you want to sing country, if you want to sing to, whatever the case is, the genre doesn't necessarily matter. But at the end of the day, because music is so overcrowded, because now everybody's stuck behind a computer, everybody's online. I mean, every music is crowded. You go on Facebook and there's like 50 million lives. Everybody wants to be sung to. Everybody wants to hear. But at the end of the day, are you just supporting all of these people, or are you actually going to listen to somebody to get to feel better? When I turn on my radio and listen to music, it's because I want to, escape from my day. I want to sit back and relax. I want to listen to NDRE or Sade because they put me in a vibe. And so that is what people are going to want from you. That is your gift to others. Your gift to others is not to sing at them, not to perform at them, but your gift to people is to really translate the song. Translate the song, translate the emotion behind the song, and do it in an art, it's heart and art. You can't just have all heart and not art, because then you're not going to be very pleasing to listen to. It's a nice balance. Having heart and art, having the art and trusting yourself enough that you did it good, that you're not going to sing the song on the ground, but that you're going to, give vocal color and passion behind it, and let people leave with something. Let people leave feeling like, yeah, that touched me. That is what I challenge for all of you to do, is to, hone into the heart and to the art. Put both together.
Okay. Dan, we'll close out with you.
I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but something Rachel said reminded me of something that people have taught me my whole career that I think bears repeating. I have gotten work over musicians and even producers that are far more talented than I am, because I show up on time, I learn the music, and I'm easy to get along with. And that's not necessarily a specific criticism for anybody in this competition, because I think everybody here kind of showed that they can do those things as far as the competition is concerned, but it's just kind of general advice for those in the music industry. Because when Rachel said talent is only 30% of it, a big part of the other 70% is just professionalism. And so that's just kind of a commercial break. The other thing I wanted to say too is that we have had some really enjoyable singers in this competition, and even some that didn't make it through to the final five, we, the judges, really enjoyed, and I'm sure would love to hear more of in the future. And I also personally want to say I've been seeing some of the singers that didn't make it through to the final five in the comments being supportive tonight's episode, and that I love seeing that. That shows me something about your character that will take you farther, because a lot of people would be like, well, I didn't get through, so I'm done with that competition. No, they're watching and being supportive. And sometimes the reason that you didn't get through isn't necessarily because somebody else is better. It's just there was a whole lot of consideration that went into it. So just because someone didn't make it to the final 5 or the winner doesn't mean that we didn't like them or see something in them that we wanted to see more of. But character is so important. And like I said, that's just an example that stood out to me, is the past contestants that have been commenting, supporting the contestants that made it and the contestant that won. I love seeing that kind of character when you would apply it to your work will take you very far.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. To our winner, congratulations. Thank you to all of our participants. I want to encourage you guys to keep doing what you are doing. You have I'm not going to say unrestricted access, but you have access to some of the greatest vocal coaches literally in the country. So you all have spent 3 weeks building relationships. Capitalize on those relationships, please. So thank you to our judges. Thank you, Dan, Rachel, Sherelle. Thank you all so much. This is not our last Crescendo conversation.
I was about to ask, are we doing this again? Because I'd love to do it again.
We are doing it again. I will be in touch with you guys.
I'm down.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Good night.
Good night.